Dear Gen Z, you fragile group of puss. Perfect. Now that all the Gen X and millennial parents are here, time to have a little chat. Looks like the whole everybody should get a participation medal thing's really working out, isn't it? Listen, I'll be honest, I thought most of my millennial counterparts were pansies. But lo and behold, you guys were able to produce a generation that can't even mentally handle being mispronounced. A bunch of shit that they made up they can't even handle when people don't abide by it. For a group of parents that constantly brag that their musical preference is Eminem and their favorite television show growing up was South Park, you have somehow allowed yourself to raise such a bubble wrap generation that's coming up today. Great job, dipshits. See, I get the luxury of bitching about your incredibly fragile children, seeing as I've not added to the cesspool of stupidity by not emptying my balls into another incompetent human. You're welcome. So next time we're all standing in line, Janelle, and your little snot factory's acting up, maybe instead of handing it an iPad to shut it the fuck up, hit the little son of a bitch. See, my mother was a good woman. When I was acting like a little dickhead in all the stores, I got a smack across my goddamn mind. As every kid should, I feel. Nothing will shape up a shitty attitude like a healthy dose of punitive pain. So your constant battles on speech, creating education systems that have no failure, and the constant construction of safe spaces to make sure little Shet's feelings are okay has got a bit much, wouldn't you say? Now listen, this is a little politically incorrect, but this is something that needs to be said. Your child is a retard. And I don't mean that they're actually handicapped from their self-diagnosed depression and trauma from you not getting them Billie Eilish tickets. They're just retards. And again, not to be confused with an actual handicap like Down syndrome or autism, because those people have a higher IQ and they're much more respected in the community than your little online social justice warrior. Pretty sad that it takes a deadbeat like me to point this all out. Sure, we like to look at Gen Z like they're a bunch of morons, which they are, but somebody had to raise them, and that's you, the parents. The Gen X and millennials that raise these little shit rats to think that they're extra special, and to all the other millennial parents and Gen X parents, go fuck yourself. Oh, and if you feel the same way I do about society and how everything's operating right now, be sure to check out dangercatshop.com. It's a brand that represents that only a beer can knock off the edge.